thrilled that it is raining. I don't really want to get completely soaked. So we are moving into the hoop house. Whew. It said it was supposed to lightly rain. This is not light rain. But it shouldn't last very long. We've just been having thunderstorms all morning, which, like I said, is great because we totally need the rain. Anyway, today we are gonna listen to the rain for a minute. It is pouring. I believe that the rain is stopping. It's just a very light sprinkle now. I see some blue sky at that direction, and I believe everything's going this way. So hopefully now we can get to what we are doing. As you know, I thought that I was done putting beds together this year, but then I had a company reach out to me and offer to send me one of their beds. And it just so happens that this company, Vajega is their name, is somebody that I had actually gone to their website in the spring when we were still planning to put the beds around the perimeter of the garden. And I was wanting to use their beds to that because I had seen other people use them. They look amazing. But as you also may know, this project was very expensive and I have a lot of square footage to cover to go around the perimeter of this garden. And it just wasn't in the budget to go with them. Maybe next year I will be able to, but so I had to put that on hold, but I had planned to buy my beds from Vajega. So when they wrote to me and said, hey, would you like to try out one of our beds? I said, absolutely, I would love to do that. So that's what we're doing today. I have the box right here and we're going to unbox it, get it all put together, fill it with dirt. I don't have quite enough dirt, but I think it's enough to get us started. And hopefully get some seeds in the ground. We are going to open this up in the greenhouse just in case it does start pouring again. So the cool thing about this is this box is really quite small and this bed is huge. Well, I mean, it's not huge. It's large though. I'll put the actual dimensions up on the screen, but it takes 38 cubic feet of soil. So this is a sizable bed. It comes in this little tiny box, which is rather nice. Pretty sure that everything else that we ordered this year came in humongous boxes. And we have cardboard for days. All right. So I will admit that the only bummer part about this offer is that I didn't have a choice in color. And the color that I am getting is not really my aesthetic, but we are going to still use it because it's going to be an amazing bed. So the color is bright orange, but it's a pretty orange. And you know what? Fall's coming, so it'll be great. So these are, like I said, it's in the small box, so it's all modular pieces. And I believe that the concept is you can kind of set it up any way that you want. If you want it wider, you just put the panels in that way instead of lengthwise. And this one in particular is meant to be an L-shaped bed. But I think if I wanted to do a non-L-shaped bed, I absolutely could. All right, looks like these are covered with some kind of a plastic. I don't know if you're supposed to leave it on or not, so I should probably not take it off until I actually read the instructions. Put these guys down. This is the stuff that goes around the top. It looks like the edges are quite smooth and like they're covered, but that's just added protection, which is nice. This is the little L-shaped, or the thing that makes you be able to do an L-shaped bed, I believe. The inner corner. Yeah. Inner corner. These are because it is a sizable bed, they give you these supports to put on the inside so that they don't bow out. So that's what these are for. And then these are all of the straight panels, which there are a lot of them. It is heavy. indeed, it is going to start raining again. Awesome. All right. So some of the advantages about these beds is most kind of these corrugated beds are made with zinc aluminum, something like that, stainless steel. And this is a zinc aluminum magnesium stainless steel, which is just harder. And the coating on it is much more corrosion resistant. So that's awesome. If you go to their website, they actually talk in great depth about the coating and the type of steel and why it's good. Most of it I don't understand, but it's supposed to be very durable for 20 years. Yeah. High, low temperature resistant from negative 148 to 200 degrees. This bed, I think maybe all of their beds are 17-inch, but this one definitely is 17 inches tall. So it's actually about the same size as the beds in my hoop house. So it's just easier to work with, which is nice. And they even gave you the little tool, which is also quite heavy duty. This is not an IKEA Allen wrench. While we're in here, the sun is actually coming out, so I think maybe we'll be good from now on. But while we're in here and all the stuff is in here, I am going to go ahead and take off the plastic film on all of these guys because it does look like that is the first step. It would probably be hard to get it off once you have the bolts in. You'd have little scraps of the plastic around the bolts that you wouldn't be able to get off. All right, this is going to be tedious. Not hard, just tedious. Holy mother, that was a pain to get all that stuff off, but I guess it means that it showed up without any, oh, that was a huge butterfly. Sorry, distracted. Scratches and stuff, which is nice. All right, so I am going to be putting this in one of the corners, clearly, since it's a corner bed. So we are going to put it in this corner here, which is the northeast corner. I had to think about that for a minute. There are still some really black clouds over there, aren't there? Yikes. Okay. But first I need to move at least that bag. And I think probably the second one here as well. So let me get that done first, and then we'll bring everything out here. The nice thing is that this actually, I had put on a really long line for irrigation. So I've got some space to maneuver it, which is nice. All right, going to bring the pieces out here. So clearly one of the corner pieces will go here. Even though they do provide the tool to put this together, I think I'm probably going to go get my hand drill, power drill, what are they called? Impact driver, that thing. All right, but let's look at what the next steps are here. Keep holes aligned between two panels. Put the screws through the hole, place the washer inside, and nuts. Use the wrench to tighten. Okay. Yeah, actually, it's probably going to be just as quick to do it by hand. Then number 4, place the bracing rods. For more details on how to install the rods, please see page 23. Oh, maybe it goes into, so yeah, like I was saying, it depends which bed you get, but it means that you can, they do have, so they have 8-inch tall, 11, 17, which is what we have, and 32 even, which is even taller than my outside beds here. All right, heart-shaped, L-shaped. So I have the L, so, oh no, it's all same, 7 feet by 2.5. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna need more space here. Okay. We will figure out what to do with the irrigation for those later, but it's nice because I do have the irrigation hose down here, so I can add irrigation for this bed, which is nice, without much work. All right, what did I say? 2 straight pieces. The only potential issue here is that this really slopes up here, but I don't want to have it kind of off the thing. Well, let's see what it looks like. What I can tell, this is pretty simple. You put a bolt on the outside, stick it through, put a washer, the bolt. And then probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these all together and then I will go tighten them. So I'm kind of not going back and forth on all of them. All right, one down. And then this one, and you will be done. And it's gonna start raining, so it's perfect. Ah, beautiful. Actually, I lied. We aren't done. I still need to put the rubber stripping around the top. But since it is going to rain again, I'm going to go in, and it's like 1 o'clock and I haven't had lunch. So I'm going to go have lunch. Then we'll come back out, put the rubber stripping on, and start filling it with dirt. It did indeed rain more, but now it is really sunny. But there's still another storm over there, and I'm not sure which way it's going. So we might get more rain. But it also got really windy. So I'm not sure how the audio is going to be. So yeah, anyway, let's get this on and then start filling it up with dirt. I'm wondering if I should start at the back corner or this corner. The back corner is probably better. Oh, it's really easy to put on. This kind of makes it look even more Halloween-y. There is enough. In fact, there's a little extra. I need to get something to cut that off. Zara apparently wants some attention. Hi, baby. Oh my gosh, it's so windy. It's crazy. And what's really weird is the wind never comes from the east, which it absolutely is today. Kind of the northeast, which again, rarely do we get wind from the north or the east. So it's super bizarre. But it means that that storm is coming our way. All right, let's finish up this thing then. So I'm not actually using soil. I'm using compost because that's what I have. So yeah, that's what I have. So that's what we're going to use. And like I said, this takes 38 cubic feet of soil, and I think I only have 30. So we'll just have to make do, or I might run out and grab a couple more bags, but we'll see. So as you can see, we did not fill it up really enough at all. So, I mean, I could plant in it as it is right now, but since this is all compost, I kind of feel like I want to go get some actual potting soil to put on top. And actually, I was wrong. I only had 20 bags, not 30. So I'm like almost missing half of what I need. So I probably still won't go all the way to the very tippy top, but I will probably go get at least 10 more cubic feet, maybe 15. We'll see. We'll see how expensive they are. This wind is crazy, and like I said, I'm not sure how my microphone is handling it. So I'm going to cut this here, and we will come back tomorrow when I have the new soil, and we will plant our seeds then. I got 10 more yards of actual potting soil for raised beds. So we are going to add this, and I think that should be plenty. Like I said, I do already have this whatchamacallit here, what is this called? Irrigation line already all the way out to this end here. So I'm just going to actually tuck it behind these boxes here and then plug in. I'm going to try out a soaker hose. Since I'm trying out all of the irrigation things this year, I'm going to try a soaker hose too for this bed. So I just need to, I have a 1/4 inch tubing to hook into this and that into this. And where did I just put that? Go. Do not need that much line. And I'm actually going to run 2 things around, so I'm going to use a T. Little T guy. Which I hardly ever use, so kind of nice to be able to use one once. All right. Let's put this guy here. All right, I'm going to turn on the system and make sure it all works and doesn't leak, and then we can move on. Looks like it is all working all the way up until the end where I have a little pinhole. Okay, so it has not come all the way down to the end of the long one yet. So it's to here, to here. Because actually it looks like it's only getting to about here. All right, well, I'm going to fix that tomorrow. For right now, when I went to get dirt today, I also got a whole bunch of seeds. Hi, Missy. So I have some zinnias that I want to get in, and then everything else, well, the basil, I'm not sure that it's going to do anything at all. Well, actually, I'm not sure that any of these are going to do anything at all. We have about a month, little over a month before our typical first frost date, which is September 15th. So, but you know, some of these things, kale, lettuce, cilantro, carrots, they all tend to do fine in cooler weather and actually can handle frosts. Carrots can even be overwintered. Zara wants to help plant. So this is the stuff that I'm going to put into this bed. I think I'm going to put the zinnias in the middle and then plant the rest of the stuff around the outside. So yeah, let's start with the zinnias. I have 3 different kinds, all giants. So the State Fair Giant mixed color, the Giant Double mixed color, and California Giants. And I'm not going to label these things. So let's just remember that at the west end of the bed, I did the California Giants. Yes, let's remember that. All right, and then I will do the State Fair Giants kind of in the loop. And then the giant doubles on the other end. And actually, before we get too far, I also picked up this beautiful echinacea plant that will match the bed color perfectly. And I'm going to put that over here in the corner. No, you don't get to eat that. No, 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 no. Now for the rest, let's see. I think I'm going to do the kale down at that end and in the back. Yeah, that's what I'll do over there. I think I'll put the lettuce in the front so it gets the least amount of shade. So let's put cilantro back here. All right. Cilantro done. Let's get our lettuce down here. And I think I'm going to put carrots kind of in the middle section here. And last but not least, some kale. And we do not eat kale at all in any way, shape, or form. So this will purely be for the chickens, which I'm sure they will thoroughly enjoy. So it will be fine. I am just going to water this in really quickly and we will be done with this project. And I'm hoping that since we still are having nice warm temperatures, we actually are going to have a few more days up in the 90s, that everything should adequately germinate. The kale might be a little tough because it might be too warm for them, but we shall see. Like I said, I don't even know if I'm going to get anything from these. Like, I don't know if the zinnia will get big enough to bloom, etc. But it doesn't hurt to try. And last year, our first frost wasn't until mid-October. So potentially we actually have like over 60 days before the sunset gets too far gone. It is a pretty one tonight. Well, all right, you guys, there she is. And I'm very excited to get to try this bed out. I would say it took me about 90 minutes to put together all by myself. So, and really it was just the tediousness of pulling the plastic covering off and then, you know, kind of hand doing each of the nuts and bolts because there's 4 for each of the seams. But it seems super sturdy and I mean, yeah, it seems like a great bed. Editing Karina here, because once again I forgot to mention that I do have a discount link below, which I will put in the description box for you to take advantage of if you are considering purchasing one of these Vijayga beds. And you know, they are a bit of an investment, but I did do a price comparison back in the spring when I was considering whether we should build them or purchase them. And while they are a little more expensive, with the price of wood these days, it really wasn't significant. So I definitely highly recommend Vijayga if you are considering purchasing your garden beds. All right, back to it. So really quickly, I do want to just take you around the garden and show you how things are looking right now, because things are looking lovely. So starting from our beautiful new bed here, we have the bags. So I do want to move this guy here, these two. Probably I'll just scoot these down a little bit and put them into place here. But I am getting my first yarrow that's ready to bloom, which is exciting. All of my straw flowers. This is actually my favorite color. I think it's an apricot of some kind. Just beautiful. But then look at these guys. Look at my sunflowers. And I already have some blooming. My beets are looking amazing. I've got a couple of big guys in here. And then our tomatoes. Holy cow. I actually have already come in here and done a second pruning on all of the middle guys here. I still need to come back and do a second pruning of all of these. And you can see that some of these are already getting to the top of the trellis. So I still need to go get the extra stakes for this end of them. We have lots of peppers on quite a few of our plants. These are banana peppers, I think. Yeah, my banana peppers are doing fantastic. All of them have peppers and they're not even very big plants, which is exciting. Look at all those little tomatoes. This perpetual sunflower from Costco is being very perpetual. It's looking lovely. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. And then these guys, holy cow, I've never had pepper plants this big. These are the ones that we planted from seed. And I do, I believe, have some, yeah, little tiny bell peppers starting there. Let's see. I have, oh yeah, that's that one big, huge, long, which I think is a goat horn pepper there. But this plant is actually starting to look much more robust too, which is fun. But yeah, all of my peppers are just, except for like a few here and there that just aren't doing anything. Otherwise, they are looking fantastic. And I have a ton of jalapenos. And then these guys are, yeah, almost to the top of the trellis. My pumpkins are all just going absolutely bonkers. I actually, on some of the ones that I'll show you over there, I have, oh no, I did this one too. I did cut off the tip because it has a pumpkin on it. And at this point, again, with only 30 days, I want it to just focus on growing that pumpkin right there. I finally have some peas. Not all of the corn came up, but a good amount of it. So I don't think I'll get actually any corn, but I'll definitely have corn decorations for the fall, which is awesome. Celery is looking great. It is a little bitter right now, and I'm sure it's just because of our hot temperatures. So I'm hoping that it sweetens up as it cools down. This is my better onion bed. Funny though. So today I think is the 12th, 10th, something like that. Anyway, yesterday in my memories on my photos on my phone that came up, uh, it showed the picture of me with my onion harvest from last year. So on August 10th of last year, I had just harvested all my onions. And yeah, these are the absolute biggest of my onions right now. So we got a ways to go. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And then some of the other highlights, all of this basil is doing fantastic. I have already harvested from all of this purple basil, and so I'll definitely get at least one, if not two or three more harvests off of them. And these I should be able to harvest here. Yeah, I'm going to need to because they're starting to go to seed. So I will come through and pick all of those soon. That is one of my massive zucchini plants that I've gotten a lot of zucchinis off of, and another beautiful sunflower. And Miss Sarah. We did finally get some lettuce to finally germinate, which is exciting. And then these are my yellow zucchinis, of which I have a couple I need to pick. They have given me copious amounts. This is my monster pumpkin, which it is the Atlantic Giant, so not too surprising. I actually have quite a few, but this is the biggest, and I swear to God, it is getting bigger every single day I come out here. But there's another one back there and a couple others. My Ace 55 tomatoes, there's lots of flowers on them. However, I have not seen any tomatoes yet, I don't think. I would have to dig in here. These guys need to be trimmed again too, my goodness. Clearly, they are doing very well. And then these are my tomatillos. Something is still munching on just this one. I don't know why. But tons of blossoms on them. I do have a couple. There's a nice sized, where is it there? Husk right there. It's completely empty at the moment. There's just a tiny little guy in there, but it will come. And then this was the other corn here. This germinated even less than the other one, but again, I'll have corn stalks. It'll be beautiful. And then the dill is looking beautiful as well. This is my Japanese pumpkin. Goodness gracious. But I did the same. I cut off the tips of all of the ends so it will stop growing out and just focus on what it has here, which here is one of them right there. And then my cabbages. Oh, I need to pick that one. It's split. Dang it, I thought I'd been keeping really good track of that. But I have some really nice size cabbages, which is exciting. Girls want to say hi. Hi, ladies. Girly girls. Girly girls. Strawberry Tower is looking fantastic. I think I only have lost one. And since I put multiples in some of these upper ones, I just was able to move one. Which is very fun. These are my pickling cucumbers. Actually, I believe that these are slicing, these ones at this end. I haven't gotten any off of there, but I have picked a couple. This one got left out here last night of very lovely pickling cucumbers. This one's a little soft now, though. I'll give it to the girls. And I am going to be having beans, which is very exciting. I have some little baby beans happening right there. This carrot row that I seeded, I don't know, 5 times, I think, all of those seeds are now germinating. So there's hundreds of carrots here. I will definitely need to thin. And look at these peas. Isn't that such a pretty flower? Very exciting. This basil also is looking lovely, but I should probably come and harvest because it is looking seedish. Some more of my beautiful straw flowers. Just love the color. It's not showing up great on the phone. Another pumpkin, though I'm not feeling like I'm going to get anything off of it. It's been pretty slow to grow. And in fact, this is even the first male flower that I have seen from it at all. But otherwise, this is the other row of celery, also looking lovely. And then let me show you, yes, my first African daisy. I don't know if you can see the blue in there. It is so, so pretty. So I should be getting lots of blooms coming off that soon. And then a couple of my zinnias. This one is pretty much done at this point, but my goodness, it was beautiful. And my statice is getting ready to bloom as well. And then last but not least, along with all of the junk that is still back here that needs to get put away, raspberries, still looking really healthy, just not very robust. I'm actually thinking that I'm going to pull up all of this landscape fabric, and I'm sure that there would be more sprouts here if the landscape fabric wasn't there. But this, look at this lovely volunteer sunflower. Absolutely stunning. It will do the color. It's kind of hard to see right now because we are losing light. But I have a whole bunch of other volunteer sunflowers. That one is humongous. And then these squash back here, not doing super great. They're just really slow growing. These are better, but I'm not expecting really to get anything off of them. I don't have even any, well, yeah, one first little baby here. Oh, no, I am wrong. Looks like that one probably even got pollinated. So that's exciting. I don't know what these are. And them's the highlights of the garden in August, early August. Definitely feeling much, much better about it. I was feeling pretty discouraged there for a while, but you know, you just have to take what you get when you garden, and weather was not on our side this year. And then just with the project and all the delays and everything, it is what it is. So it's still beautiful and I love it. And I am getting some things, you know, I've gotten to munch on several sweet peas and snow peas, and we have cucumbers and zucchini. So it's all a win. Zara has given up on me. I'm coming now, for real. Come on, Missy. Hi. Hi. It is time for dinners, isn't it? Yeah. Come on, Opes. Come on, mister. All right, let's get dinner. You ready?